I took my hair from this to this, doing this. Now, if you haven't already, go back to my page and watch how I got here. I did a pre-poo, cleanse, all that stuff, blow dry. All the tutorials are up on my page. Go like them, follow all the things. But today we are getting into the silk press of it all. And I am definitely calling this a silk press, and I do not do silk presses often. So I thought I really wanted to document this and share it with y'all. To me, a silk press is something where it's like you're going over the hair a few times with different methods of heat, and you're silkening the hair out to get it as silky as possible with that press. For me, that process is going to always start with a hot comb. I realize a lot of people do not use hot combs, but this is like a non-negotiable. I always use a hot comb. I use it around 375 to 390. I believe this time it was on 390 because I knew I wanted a really silky look. But to me, this just helps preserve the style longer. And with me having finer hair, I find that I don't have to be as strategic at the roots. I can take larger sections around the perimeter, which is really great for me because I just do not have all day to be doing my hair. Next is the actual pressing portion with a flat iron. Now, I am a titanium flat iron girl. I have my Boneless Prima. I use that all the time. I use it around 380, or I think it's like a 340 heat setting. Love those two. They get the job done, okay, on my natural hair. But, I'm like, let me see if I have a ceramic iron in my collection. I have this Kristen S one. I've had great success with it, over the time that I've had it, which has probably been over 5 years. I've been relaxed in that time, as well as transitioning natural, all the things. But when it came to this Kristen S flat iron, and maybe the way that it has worn and tore for me, it just was not giving. So you'll see eventually I do end up switching over. But before that, I forgot I wanted to use my Design Essentials hair balm. With it being the winter time, I just feel like my scalp is drier. So using like a grease to kind of prime my scalp. I also used a hair serum as well. I just feel like that just helps make my scalp a little more at ease during the duration of the style, which is usually like a week to 2 weeks. You can see it on my face here. I'm kind of looking like, I don't know. For me, it's just like it wasn't really catching my ends how I knew that they should be catching. So this is me just cleaning off my Babyliss and heating her up to 380, doing one pass. I'm not enduring any resistance. I think that's the other thing with ceramic. Like sometimes you get that little, the box thing. I'm not really a fan of that. So 380 or even the lower heat setting, if you're not looking to do a silk press, that is a really optimum speed. You can take larger sections, I feel like, and just glide through easier. One pass, you're good. Like this is it. This is everything. So yeah, this is me just going in those sections. I'm going between different tools just to see what I like. Definitely like the brush a little more, but I feel like the comb probably has like a little less mechanical damage. But I think you could definitely use a chasing comb or brush when you're trying to get the silkiest results. And now when it comes to this front little box of my hair, I like to kind of start pulling the hair forward and then I'll pin it back. To me, it just kind of helps with giving my hair a little bit of volume, and it's kind of telling the hair exactly where I want it to go and fall eventually, because now we're getting ready to start the styling. So that was just prepping. Now we're about to style. The comment not too long ago on someone's video talking about this product. It is the Care curling wax. I was just in the beauty supply store. I was looking for that Design Essentials balm, and I was like, let me see what else is there. And I've done some research. Oh, really, Glock? I was saying that I was doing some research in the aisle, and I thought that this would be a good product for me as someone that has finer hair. Sometimes when I do silkier styles, they just don't want to hold a curl, but I didn't really want to do a curl. I just wanted to do like more of a bump. You'll see how it turns out because I'm using like a 1.5 inch barrel. This is like a Hot Tools, and actually I would not recommend curling your hair on as high of a heat as I did. I think I did 405. I really could have done lower since I already pressed the hair out, but it's okay. And I did use heat protection. I don't know if I showed myself spraying that again, but I always go back in with my spray heat protection, which is the R&Co one. Love that heat protection down. So yeah, just curling the hair. First I started curling under, and then I kind of curled the middle sections upward, like my little Cindy Lou Who vibe. And then I'm just starting to pin the hair, making sure I'm refining my part. I like a deep side swerve part that kind of comes in toward the front of my natural eyebrow, if that makes sense. Like I like it swooped, and I kind of like it to end back in the middle, but that swoop is giving the side effect. It gives like a lot of movement for me. But yeah, y'all, as you can see, I'm kind of just focusing more on the ends for the style. When I curl my hair, normally like maybe I'm curling it all the way at the shaft. I want like as many spirals as I can, but this I really just wanted a classy, something, you know, just flowy that I could kind of wrap if I wanted to, even though I don't wrap my hair, but you know, just keep it a little more bodyful instead of curls. Now, what good is all of that curling if we do not pin the hair up to cool and set? So I'm doing a combination of pin curls. You saw me kind of doing that as I went with the lower sections, and then I'm putting in some Velcro rollers at the top for a little more volume. So this is me just taking them out and combing the style out, and it turned out exactly how I wanted. That curling wax really held the curl, and I got 2 whole weeks, 2 weeks and a couple days out of the style. So I can report back and say I have washed my hair and I have no heat damage. So y'all let me know if you have any questions. I would love to talk to you in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.